Hello, we're going to look at using the Cisco packet tracer. And the first thing I want to do is to show you how to ping one computer to another. So you click on the computer, you'll get this desktop menu. Click on Command Prompt, and now just type in ping and the IP address that you want to ping. And let's try PC number 1. So it's 192. And it's doing a simulation right now. So sorry, I thought it was going to do it in real time, but it's doing a simulation. So to advance the simulation, just click on the control down here. It will tell you that it's moving from PC 0 to the switch and down to PC 1, back to the switch, and then back to PC 1. And if it's successful, there'll be a check mark there. And down here shows you the list, and I can move this over. It's going from PC 0 to switch 0 to PC 1 to switch 0 and then back to PC 0. And the question mark tells you that it was successful. I can delete this, and if I want to do it in real time, I can just click this packet, click on this computer, and then that computer, and it tells me that the ping was successful. If I want to do it to another computer, from here to here, tells me that the ping was successful. And I can also do it with the ping command, which is more typical on a real PC. And to do that, we'll be in real time. And I'll double click on this computer, and we'll go to desktop. Let's just close command prompt so that you see we start from command prompt. This gives you this window. Just issue the command. Make sure you're in real time, and then ping 68.1, and we'll ping the computer beside it, which is PC1, so .33, and you get a reply. And if you try to ping an IP that's not there, you won't get a reply. And if you want to exit to waiting, we'll just wait for one packet. It says timed out, and you hit Control-C to exit that. So if I want to change an IP address, probably the simplest way to do that is click on the PC, close this window, go to IP configuration, and this is where you would change the subnet mask, and this is where you would change the static IP address. If I do want to take a quick look at the settings on each computer, there's this little icon up here that looks like a magnifying glass. Click on that and look at the port status summary table, and it tells you the IP address. We'll look at a second one. I think as long as that's highlighted, we can actually move through the computers. I'll show you the MAC address. Okay, so it's showing you the MAC address, the media access control address. Make sure it's for the Ethernet and not Bluetooth. So we can go through all these computers very quickly. For example, this hasn't. Close these windows, yeah, one at a time. Let's try that again. So port address summary of that computer. This is of the second computer. Two, but we'll have to close this. Open it again for the third computer. There we go. And if you want to have a look at the address resolution protocol table, you click on that computer, and any computer that you've pinged, it will hold that information in the table. So if I have not pinged 197 in the past, so let's try that. Close this window. We'll ping 197, and the easiest way to do that is just with an envelope from here to 197. tells me that it was successful. And now if I look at the address resolution table, I can go up to here, click on this right here. And now it does have the 97 and the 129. The purpose of this address resolution table is so that the computer doesn't have to search for the MAC address of each computer when it tries to do an IP command. Or sorry, a ping command. Close this off. All right, let me show you the process of adding another computer to this network. So I come over here, and I'm going to add a PC. So I click on that, drag the PC over to here, and then I want to connect a wire. And for this type of connection, I'm going to use a copper straight through. And you'll notice here that I want to connect to the fast Ethernet. So I do that, bring the wire up to the switch. And the switch has many ports. Many of them are already used, but we want to connect to the next one that's available. So I do that. And then I want to add an IP address. So what I'm going to do, the easiest way to do that is to click on the computer, okay, and go to Configuration, and go down to Fast Ethernet 0, and I'm going to type in an IP address of 192.168.1. Let's use 77. And a subnet mask, it's automatic for this class of IP address. And then we can close this. Okay, and now let's try to ping from this computer. And sometimes you have to wait a few seconds or a minute. Let's ping from here over to here. And it says it was successful. If you want to clear this list, let's just try it again. Let's try pinging from, let's say, this computer over to PC8. It tells me that it was successful. The other way, as I've shown before, to ping a computer is to click on the computer, go over to Command Prompt, go to the end of the list, and we'll ping .77. It does give me a reply. Great. And if we go to the address resolution table for PC0, let's do that. Click on the magnifying glass of the viewer, look at the ARP table, and it now has the MAC address and the IP address of that particular PC, okay, the .77, which is the new one that I added. The text that is below the computer, the way that I was able to do that is I clicked on this place note, went over to here, 192.168.1.77. Okay, that seems to work out. Enter.